guys, this is me, Dunk again. This time I'm talking about patch 2.3 and the Dashing Strike Monk in that patch. From PTR, we all know that in season the Juliana set will be the best, and for non-season and also season, the generator builds will also be very, very strong. But I do believe that the Dashing Strike set can have some influence on the leaderboards, and here's my small guide for that. Essentially, this build is the same as the previous Season 3 Fire spec, but of course including the Kanai's Cube and some items there. Alright, let's go over the items here. First off, this is a pure Raiment 6 setup, like I have all 6 pieces geared, and of course you want them all ancient, and paramount here is to have cost reduction wherever you can get it. Like, yeah, you can argue about that in the gloves, because 1000 vitality is something very cool. Alright, 6 pieces, Raiment set. You need those spirit guards. I don't have ancient ones. I want to have some, but they won't make a big difference. Rings should be something like this, with secondary resist, like all items, and yeah, crit chance, and this is the ideal one. Resource cost reduction, double crit, socket, physical resistance. That's pretty cool. Same here. Okay, and then we go with the newly buffed Shenlong's Fists of Legend. Those fists are pretty cool now, and when you reach maximum spirit, they will drain it, but during the draining phase, they will grant you 100% more damage until the spirit is empty again. Then the buff will disappear, the draining will disappear, and you load it up again. With this spec, however, it's perfectly possible to keep the buff running almost all the time, because you're gonna attack so extremely fast that it's regenerating. Like, you can spam it like almost as having a Channeling Pylon. Okay, belt, I'm using String of Ears like this. Physical resistance, damage reduced damage from melee like 30%. It's perfect. I have Eye of Illich, but I think a Hellfire Amulet will be better here. This one helps in the toughness respect against ranged guys, but I don't think it's really needed. The Hellfire Amulet, since it's easy to get now, should be the better option. Gems, like in the Season 3 spec, Bane of the Trapped, Taeguk, and Gogok, of course, for more attack speed. Skills I have are Fist of Thunder Quickening because of the high spirit regen, and we basically can't use the crowd control options anymore, like Crippling Wave, Tsunami or something. It won't work anymore. It's not good enough. Mantra of Salvation Agility for toughness, of course. Dashing Strike Radiance. Yeah, you have to use the fire version because later you see it, you want to cube the Cinder Coat. In a Sanctuary, Forbidden Palace, also very important. More damage, more toughness. Always try to fight within the inner sanctuary. Sometimes against elites it happens that you have to step out, but then you have to be very, very careful because you basically halve your toughness. Breath of Heaven infused with light. This one here keeps you running. This is countering the effect of the Shenlong's Fist, and with high attack speed, close to 5 attacks per second or something like that, this will have a strong influence, like almost, yeah, 2/3 more spirit. Epiphany does a shroud for toughness, of course. The 20 spirit per second are basically lost because you have to because they're disabled by the Shenlong's Fist when the draining starts. Okay, passives are Harmony, of course. You always take that and make sure you have secondary resist everywhere. With this and a secondary resist item, you will have more toughness than if you compare the same item to an item with all resistance. So always take Harmony and always have secondary resist on your items. Seize the Initiative, pretty cool, more attack speed, that helps a lot. Beacon of Itar for the cooldown reduction. In the perfect scenario, it might be that you don't even need that because you're attacking so fast and you're spending your resources so fast, and then get the later on cubed Zodiac effect, that it might be possible to do it without it. I have not tested it, it's something for the future. And I use alacrity for more attack speed, more heal. That means more healing, that means more spirit, more damage, of course. I'm not using near-death experience, because even up to level 66 that I have cleared with this spec, you don't need it. You die like once or maybe twice during a rift, and that's not enough. It's not dangerous enough there for that spec to justify using something else than alacrity. If you use the Hellfire Amulet, you might think about something like Resolve here, or the Guardian's Path, or Mystic Rhythm. This will also increase your damage a lot. Probably you want to go with something like Mystic Rhythm. I think this is going to be the best option, because toughness doesn't seem to be the problem. More like damage is the limiting factor. Alright, so much for that. Just some more gameplay hints, like you have the Templar, because the Templar will have Inspire that increases your spirit generation by 10%. That's basically a direct 10% more damage increase. Also, I use it with, I wrote lightning damage there, that's useless. I have this freezing dagger here. It's it's helpful sometimes. It's not as good as in the previous patch, where he can permafreeze a Rift Guardian below 20% life, but it still helps. He's got the Ess of Johan, and items, they all have attack speed, aside from this one, and any random shield. If you're lucky enough and have a very old legacy, what is that shield? Don't even remember this. There's the shield that now has elemental damage, and this one in a very old version can have attack speed. This will be perfect, of course. And make sure that during the rift, always fight close to the Templar, because he has the Ess of Johan. He will proc the Ess of Johan, and the monsters will be pulled to him. Since you don't have Cyclone Strike, you have to rely on that, and so just be close to him and try to fight there all the time, so you can get that profit from the Ess of Johan. And that's basically it. Just some more item preferences. I told you about our resource cost reduction. You need that everywhere. I have it everywhere. You need at least one of the fists with life per hit. You can use 2 with life per hit, possibly. I haven't tried it, but I don't think it's mandatory, because when you die in level 65, 66, it's gonna be almost instantly. Healing won't save you there. And when you're not dying, 1 life per hit stat will be enough. Maybe if we push higher it will change a bit, but I doubt that. Honestly, I doubt that. Alright, next thing is that you should be careful about your Shenlong's buff. If the buff is up and you don't have the Flying Dragon proc from the cube, oh yeah, that's something I forgot, then you're gonna spend your resources so fast that it will go to the charges of Dashing Strike when the resources are gone, and they are also gone in no time. And if that happens, you have no charges, you don't make use of the Zodiac Ring, you don't get Inner Sanctuary up again, don't get Infused with Light up and Epiphany, so you're most likely gonna die. So be very careful about that. Okay, for the cube, forgot to tell about that. First, Flying Dragon in the weapon slot. It's just the best thing you can put there. Attack speed, attack speed, attack speed. It helps always. Syndicate, cost reduction, and Zodiac Ring for basically converting cost reduction to cooldown reduction, basically. So this is like the season spec, season 3 spec, with the cube and the damage buff from those 2 rings, focus and restraint, and more toughness because you have Art of Crushing Wave instead of the old Syndicate. Right, I hope you enjoy playing that stuff. It's like a little bit ping pong, but I like it. It's pretty cool. Okay, good luck with that, enjoy it, and goodbye.